Can you hear me?
Yep.
I think I need another earphone because I'm hearing this tapping noise in my ear. Are you hearing it?
No.
Okay. We're not recording on. Oh,
We
shit.
definitely are.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, boo.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Sleepy as e-mug.
You know, my sleep has been so trash for the past 2 months, with the exception of when I was on a cruise. I have to take NyQuil to go to sleep.
For real.
I won't go to sleep until like after midnight if I don't.
So how the hell are you waking up for work taking NyQuil every night?
I'll be in that bitch about to die.
Because look, NyQuil be putting me slam out and let me try to wake up anytime before 8 or 9 a.m.
Yeah.
on NyQuil and I feel like a zombie. And that's if you get good sleep. Like,
Yeah.
that's like if you go to bed at a decent time, you still feel groggy. So if you being grown and don't go to bed till like 10 or 11 or some
Like tonight.
NyQuil, man.
Yeah, I be at work hurt, but it's like either way I'm gonna be hurt. At
Yeah.
least
At least you getting
I'm
some
not
sleep.
right. Like if I would be irritated and hurt otherwise. Whereas I'm not irritated, I'm just like, damn, my pillow is feeling jog good this morning.
Dog, last night I had good sleep, but I just feel like the night went too fast. Like the alarm went off and I was like,
It felt like you had only been asleep for like 5 minutes.
dog, I was like, well, how did this happen? Even though they say usually that's the best sleep, like when you don't realize like you sleep and you just wake up and it's like morning time.
Yeah.
I legit was like, what the entire fuck? Like, I just need like 5 more hours because it felt like I've only been asleep for 2. Like, what's happening? But I had to push through because my boss is in town this week. So I actually have to be in the office for in-person meetings and stuff today and tomorrow. So, and then I was running late because my kids want to drag their little feet and it was raining. So traffic was bad. So I didn't have enough time to stop at Starbucks. I'm sleepy.
Pick me up.
Child, sleepy all day. Like, the fuck tired. But yeah, I'm here.
I mean, hey y'all.
Right. How was your weekend?
My child is punished. We'll talk about that later. But other than that, I mean, my weekend was fine. Her weekend probably was
not so much.
But my weekend was perfectly fine. Yeah. I didn't do anything though. I just worked out a lot.
That's lit. You really on a mission, sis.
You know, 2020, I would like to actually, you know, mean it when I say, you know, summer body goals, all that. I just want to be able to wear a bathing suit without the little thing over top of it.
Look, I have been in a 2020 funk. The first 2 weeks? We 2 weeks in, about to be 3. I guess like 2.5 weeks in. Yeah, dog. I am in a funk where like I don't know. Maybe it's because of the year that it is, and like already I'm just like blah. But in my head, I'm just like, yo, I want to do something, like whether it's like some type of diet. Like we talked about it, like when we were talking about like resolutions and stuff. Like I wanted to do something, whether it's diet or try to go to the gym a couple days a week and start increasing it and that sort of thing. But like, I just ain't been here for shit like that, and I just been like, maybe
I'm
gonna
send you this 7-day cleanse. We should start. I'm starting it on Monday. Just a little boost, 7 days, just to get you started.
A cleanse. Okay, well, send it to me and we will see the severity of this cleanse.
I don't think it's horrible.
I mean, like, is it like a cleanse where you like buy juices or something, or it's like your own cleanse, like you go to the grocery store?
No, you use apple cider vinegar, but it's like a meal plan with it. Lots of vegetables.
I like veggies, so yeah, just send it to me.
Okay. How was your weekend?
I'll do that. This weekend, what did I do? I was busy doing orders, so yeah.
Yes, y'all, because Dice Designs been pulling in the big bucks in 2020.
Look, been hella busy.
She had to stun on us in a group chat real quick like that.
Was not stunting. We made a pact that this year as friends we would share not just negative but positive that's going on in our lives, like to be open with everything. We had a pact that
we would just share, because niggas don't be sharing in the group chat.
That's what I'm saying, negative and positive, like everything.
Like, we be having jokes for days and niggas be full-blown depressed and don't nobody know.
Be like, nigga, y'all need to stop playing and tell me what's going on. We gonna be on the daggone documentary if something happened to you. Like, yo, I ain't seen nothing.
I talked to the nigga yesterday.
No, we was just laughing at memes. Like, this shit's funny. Next thing you know, this motherfucker talking about this it. I'm on the Wilson Bridge up out of here. It's like, I didn't see nothing there. Red flag. Like that segue.
Oh, get it? The listeners are like, I don't get it.
I don't get it. So I asked right into what we're talking about this week: red flags. Mm-hmm. Specifically, because it's all kind of red flags, but specifically we're talking about red flags that may be in previous relationships that we ignored. Like, you know, sometimes when you're in a situation, but like in hindsight, like, you can kind of look back and be like, bitch, what the fuck was you doing? Where the fuck was your antennas?
Yeah.
You know what movie that is?
No. What movie is it?
When it was like, speaking of roaches, where was your antennas when these niggas was trying to rob me?
Oh, no. Oh.
You know it. You know this.
Is it Friday After Next?
Yay! Okay. You're like, that sounds hella familiar.
Yes. That was going to make me mad, too. Because this is shit I just watched. Like, I watched it during Christmas season, y'all. I don't watch none of them happy-go-lucky Christmas shits. I watch Bad Santa, Friday After Next. I watch all that type of shit. Like, fucking Miracle on 34th Street. Y'all can have that. I don't do none of that shit.
The happiest Christmas joint I'm going to watch is this Christmas. That's about it. Everything else,
I couldn't find it on my Fire Stick. They weren't streaming it.
I didn't see it play this season at all. Yeah. So I was kind of missing it. But, like, literally, normally, that's the happiest joint. Every now and then, like, I might get stuck watching one of those Lifetime joints with my mother-in-law on the couch, but normally, nah, we watching all the Fridays from the beginning.
And the first 2 Fridays don't even have shit to do with Christmas.
Not one piece, but we be hyped. Yes, in my mind. Like, that's how they open the joint. But anyway, we went left real quick. Red flags.
Red flags.
So,
who's sharing first? 1, 2, 3, not it.
Oh shit. All right. Well, I ain't had that many boyfriends in my life.
I mean, that's fine.
So I'll just start, like, not in any necessary order. I'm sure the people who know me well would know who's who, about who the fuck I'm talking about. I'm sure none of my exes listen to this shit. So anyway.
Never know.
Yeah, never fucking know.
Might be trying to check in on Dice. Let me stop for B-Dub fuck me up.
Don't get beat up. Are you soliciting? You about to turn into Erica Mena and shit.
Like, no, I don't want no smoke. No.
So, let's see. I know in one relationship, I feel like there might have been red flags, but I was young. And I think I was just, like, naive.
Young, dumb, and full of cum.
Yeah. And I mean, he was basically like my first, like, serious boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I can say that. My first serious boyfriend. I have had boyfriends before him, but, like, I just feel like I was naive, and, like, I'm sure there were red flags, but I didn't see him. Like, and then he was like a fucking psychotic expert ass liar and had, like, so many people at my college lying for him. So, like, even if I wanted to catch him on some shit, like, nigga.
So there were no red flags?
Not really, because, like, yeah, like, not really. The only, okay, so maybe this is, okay, I'm thinking as I'm talking. So it was an instance where, because I was a year younger than this boyfriend, and so, but we started dating in high school. I'm just niggas like, I know who the fuck he talking about. Hey, that's my homie. Anyway, we went to high school together, and then we ended up going to college together. So we were together for some years, but I just took it as like he was a year older than me, so he had a whole year in college ahead of me. So of course, once I get there as a freshman, you're gonna know more people than me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and you're involved in stuff. So like, I'm not an insecure person, so it doesn't bother me that you know females or females are cool with you. Like, I'm just not that type of chick.
Remember, it's women.
Yeah, whatever y'all are.
Okay.
Scallywags, whatever the hell y'all hoes was back then in college. But anyway, so red flag number one. I'm just gonna say this is a red flag because even back then I was just like, bitch, what? So somebody that I went to high school with was also a year older than me and went to my college, same college as all of us, eventually went to. And we played was she on my team? I don't remember if she played. No, I don't think she played. Did she play? I don't know. Anyway, you know how when you're in your freshman year, you come back and like you might visit your high school, whatever. Like it was my senior year, so it was their freshman year in college, and I had it was a softball practice I was at because I played softball in high school as well, and so it was at a practice, and she had came back and was like, hey, and like everybody's like, hey, what's up? Like you back on break, and chit chatting. Me and the girl knew each other, but we weren't friends. I wouldn't even say we were associates. We just knew each other and were cordial, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she looked at me and was like, hey, Bleep, which is my boyfriend's name. Bleep told me to tell you hi. Bitch, why the fuck would my man tell you to tell me hi when I talk to this nigga every night? So I was just like, what? Like, and I'm sure because I can't hide shit on my face and I never had. So I'm sure I gave her the like, what the fuck are you talking about face. And it looked like she had to look like, oh, okay, well maybe I said too much and then kept on talking to somebody else. So definitely checked my dude after that. And of course I was made to be the dramatic, you doing too much, it's not that serious. Like, I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. She probably was just being silly. Then fast forward.
Did it turn out to be anything?
I don't have any proof, but I heard through the grapevine that they were smashing his freshman year, my senior year, while I was in high school and he was in college. Then so that part was like some shade to be like, oh yeah, your nigga told me to say hi. Like I'm sure. Then another time, this was my freshman year. It was red flags. What the fuck am I thinking about? Like, it definitely was, because I'm thinking of a couple instances. Like, one girl, she was an upperclassman. I think she was like 2 years older than me. It was rumors going around that he was fucking around with her. And I'm not no scary bitch. I don't give a fuck if I'm a freshman and you're a sophomore, junior, senior. I don't give a fuck. Like, we all humans. And if I got a fucking question, what's my word? I'm going to confront you. Like, and nigga, I got some questions, and you the bitch that got the answers. So I went right up to the upperclassman honors dorm and was like, so it's rumors going around that you and Bleak are messing around, and I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it so I can know what's going on. And this bitch lied to my fucking face and was like, no, like, literally the bitch, I hope she's in acting school right now. Like, really. But she was like, no, like, we are just really, really cool. And I don't understand like why that would even be something that is being said. And you know what? You really got to be careful because college is a whole different world and people be hating and you can't really believe everything you hear.
Oh, so she laid it on real thick, pause.
Nigga. And come to find out, they did smash. Like, because like years later, eventually, obviously, we end up breaking up. Because I'm just like, you're a whole ass slore out here. And like, who has time? Like, I've seen the light. And like years later, because our families, we had, like I said, we had dated in high school. So like our families were like super close, like super fucking close. Like, and I think he was calling to speak to my dad. And my dad wasn't home. So I had actually answered the phone and was like, hey, and then heard this nigga voice and was like, what the fuck? Nigga, what is going on? So when I'm away at college, are you calling my fucking pops? Like, what? Nigga, get your own dad. Like, get out of here. But, I was like, well, he not here, so I'll tell him you call. And I was ready to get on the phone. He was like, so how you doing? What you been up to? I'm like, nigga, not liking you. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? But we stayed on the phone for hours and like literally cleared up and got so much closure. I know that's such a white word. So much closure. And like answered questions, and he was actually a man about it and was like admitting like times where like, yeah, I did do that, or yeah, I did have them niggas lie about that. Yeah, so I appreciated the fact that he finally came clean, but I was kind of salty because for years, nigga, you was making me look like I was crazy. Like, man, you so dramatic, you so extra. Like, all it was is X, Y, and Z. Like, and the whole time you had a whole ass network, and it wasn't that serious. You should have just broke up with me. Like, thanks for the compliment. I must have been lit to do all that to keep me around, honey. But so yeah, a multitude of red flags on that one. Let's see.
So let me tell you about my dumbass. So the boyfriend that I had after I broke up with Amara's father, I was working after I would work my full-time job, I would work at Best Buy over there off, what's that, Jefferson
Davis.
That one, Jefferson Davis Highway.
I actually worked there before too.
I know, that's why I brought it up. So yeah, I was working there part-time. And you know, it was a little chocolate honey dip or whatever that worked in the back.
Hey.
And so I was trying to see what was up with the D, to be honest with you. But I had knew that he was having a baby with somebody. And that somebody used to work. I'm so trifling. She used to be a cashier at that same Best Buy. And they had recently had the baby, but he told me that they were not together anymore.
All right.
And so I smashed. But then, like, the nigga never left after that. Like,
what you mean never left?
Like, he came to my house that night. We smashed. He left. He came back to smash, and then he kind of just like,
I need a place to live. Like, what the fuck? Like, here's my stuff. Like, where's my drawer type shit?
So number one, his baby mama was a red flag because their baby was a fresh ass newborn.
Dog, still probably nursing my G. Like,
and whole time she, you know, obviously there ended up being drama there, and she was saying that they were still together. And I was like, well, I don't know nothing about that. What I know is what he told you, and what I know is that since probably day 2, the nigga ain't left. So
right.
If y'all
I don't know how much y'all together if you ain't seeing this nigga. Like, but
that should have been a damn red flag. And then the fact that the nigga just moved himself on in,
right,
without even really asking, without us even really being like, I don't even think we ever
had a conversation about it.
About even being official. I think it kind of just happened.
He was like, good sex, I'm never leaving.
Yeah, look at this. Cook, clean. I'm moving in this bitch.
Right, I'm not letting this one go.
Like, I knew it was a wrap when that Xbox showed up, or was it a PS4?
Yeah. One of them. Ain't no dude leaving their shit unless, like, yeah, I'm coming back. Like, I'm here.
So I should have known then that relationship was going to be a mess. And it was, because it was drama between, obviously, me and the baby mama. Then the baby mama was cool with his mom and his sister. So the mom and the sister did not like me because...
So, you know, they was hating.
Because let them tell it, I knew they were in a relationship because he worked part-time at Best Buy too. Originally, when I first met him, he was working in IT. But then something happened, like the contract, and then he ended up working at Best Buy full-time. Another red flag, because the nigga acted like he never wanted to leave that bitch. I was just
but
like,
why niggas mad at you and not mad at their own family member? I mean, like, why not be mad at him? Like, dang, why you mess with somebody at the same job? Like, fuck they mad at you for? Like, no, you don't owe that girl nothing.
The sister called me one day, thought she was going to cuss me out. I was cussing her smooth the fuck out. I don't know their voices like that. So in the middle of me cussing her out, she puts the mom on the phone, and I'm steady cussing. So now the mom is hitting him up like, oh, she cussed me out. You going to let her da-da-da-da. I was like, son, I did not know.
I started the conversation with your sister. Like,
right.
What are you
so if
about?
y'all switching the phone, I don't have anything to do with that. I said, however, your mother talking about she coming to my house, and I mean, She could pull up because I do mama's asses too. So
right. A human is a human. If I get threatened, that's whoever. Anybody could catch it.
So much drama that night because all three of them supposedly was together. And I was like, but I'm outside. I'm still waiting for y'all to show up.
Right.
It's three of y'all and it's only one of me. And I'm sitting outside.
And I don't see y'all.
And he was like, come in the house. Come in the house. No, I'm not coming in the house.
I'm
about to sit right here.
Right.
Just a hot ass mess. And then I think I've told this story on the podcast before, but eventually towards the end of the relationship, what ended up happening with him is, I used to go through phones. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I try not to go through phones these days, but back then,
I try to.
21 and 22, you couldn't tell me nothing. Oh, I'm going through phones.
All right.
So go through his phone. It's this one chick. They talking all the time. It's nothing bad. It's just all hours of the day and night.
Right.
So I'm like, what's going on? Who is this? Man, that ain't nobody. That ain't nobody. All right, bet. So we were in a hotel. I took his phone. I ran in the hotel because I was about to call her from his number, from his phone, and see what's up. This nigga went and got the hotel manager to open the door.
Also, it was about to be. He knew if he had to do all that, then he really didn't want you to talk to her. So it had to be something.
Girl, when we broke up, they was together in 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, they definitely was fucking around.
Because remember I told the story on here about how I was a petty bitch and I felt some kind of way because she knew he was with me and that little bitch was just waiting. So I fucked him.
Yeah.
And then I sent her the text messages when he was like, yeah, he's trying to slide through again. And then she didn't believe it. So she put a little picture of them on Facebook kissing. So I said, oh, I got more. Don't worry. I have more receipts.
You just hold tight, sis.
I broke them up.
Look at karma.
Yeah. But I just feel like looking back at that, like for one, I would never, like today, I would never date somebody with a fresh ass newborn. He could tell me till he's blue in the face that him and his baby mama are not together. First of all, I don't date people with children. That was my first and my last time doing that.
Right.
That to me, that's a red flag. But even like as we get older, if I was to get a divorce, the chances of me finding a dude that doesn't have kids would be pretty slim.
And if you do find one, you're like, what's wrong with you?
Right. So the kid still has to be a certain age.
Right. It can't be a fresh joint because you come out of a fresh relationship or situation.
And I ain't got time
at all.
So that was red flag with the ex. Hey, Kenny, how you doing? Go ahead.
Oh, shit. Yo, you wild as fuck.
I don't give a fuck.
Another relationship. This one, I can honestly say that there was no red flags. It was a really good relationship. At least, unless he was a psychopath and was able to live 2 lives, but I'm sure he was too busy for that. He just had his friends in his ear a lot. And the only negative thing about our relationship is that like our family didn't know each other like that. So I went from a relationship where like my family and my boyfriend's family were like family, where this relationship, and I don't know if it was because it started in college and not like high school when we were younger, but like our families weren't really, they didn't know each other at all. Not really, they didn't know each other.
Right.
So not that that's a red flag, but it was like different from the previous relationship. So it was like a little not awkward. But yeah. I don't want to say it's any red flags. People was in his ear and yeah, it just didn't work out. I think that it just wasn't meant to be, didn't pan out. Not really any red flags there, but then nigga,
dun.
the niggas of all niggas came in my goddamn life, and nigga, he was such a piece of work. I had to, after we broke up, I literally had to go be single for some years and just be single for a while. Live my best fucking life. And it was some of the best years of my fucking life. Because look, every red flag, if there was a bad relationship handbook, literally every chapter it probably pertained to our relationship. Like, it was so toxic. It was so negative. We were so bad for each other. But yeah, we were so in love with each other and didn't want to leave each other. But everything was wrong. Like, it was all bad, down to exes and cheating and lying and parents involved in. Like, no, it was all bad.
But were there red flags in the beginning?
Yes.
That you think could have clued you into his character?
Yes.
So what were some of those?
The main one that lingered throughout the whole fucking relationship, and I think we were together like 4 years. How long were we together? About about 4 years, probably longer, maybe 4 or 5. Anyway, long fucking time, too long for it to not to pan out to nothing. But anyway, when we got together, he had just broke up with his girlfriend. So the boyfriend that I was just talking about before that had no red flags, when we broke up, we kept it to ourselves. Like, it's not like we had announced like, here he, we are no longer together. And so and then kind of in the beginning after we broke up, we were still smashing, but we weren't together. So I don't think, unless you were really close to us, I didn't think people knew that we weren't together. So yeah, because we weren't like, that nigga, blah blah. Like, it just was like, all right, it just didn't work out. Like, we're gonna have to keep it pushing and push through this last years of college.
Right.
Not together.
Be blessed.
Right. But so when I started messing with this next dude, he had just recently broke up with his girl, and she went to our school, and she thought that me and my ex was still together. So she had this whole thing like, hey, you know, you cheating on your man, messing with my boyfriend. I was like, well, he told me that y'all not together.
Right.
And he's like, but that's my dude. That's my dude. And I'm like, no, I'm confused. Are y'all together or y'all not? But I can let you know that I'm not with nobody. So I'm not cheating on nobody. So don't worry about fact checking my relationship. Worry about you. But that should have been a red flag. Then she never went away. Literally, she was still friends with his male friends, and literally they would throw a cookout and
she would be there.
Yeah. And I don't give a fuck. I'm like, let's roll up. Like, what the fuck? Let's roll up. But he's not trying to have confrontation. Nah. Like, I don't want the drama. Like, this bitch just trying to be messy. I'm like, and back then I was with the shits. Like, all the S's. Like, I would fight. Like, I don't give a fuck. Let's roll up. Like, what are you talking about? Like, let's go to this fucking party and shut it the fuck down. Like, what is she there for? And like, why the fuck you not checking your friends? And I later on realized that he was checking his friends. It's just that this
niggas is messy,
dog. And she was like a manipulative bitch. Like, when I say manipulative, she even came in between friendships of mine. Like, I stopped talking to girls because of this chick, because she was so obsessed with this nigga. And I mean, and it wasn't just her, because like the relationship was just bad in between me and him, but she was like a big factor in the beginning, where I should have just been like, look, your ex is too much and you're gonna have to check that shit before we can move forward. But I at the time was happy, and I'm a spiteful bitch, so like, I want you to see us happy and continue to be mad. Like, what, it's bothering you this bad? Well, then guess what, sis? I'm going to continue, and I'm about to be happy, and you're going to deal. So between the petty and then what I thought I was happy, like, it just kept going on for years. But yeah, eventually I grew the fuck up and was like, this is not what I want for my life. Like, I'm not, I want more, and I don't think you're capable of giving me what the fuck I'm looking for, because this is too fucking toxic. At this point, I'm too old to be arguing and fighting. Like, I can't deal. But I ended up breaking it off with him, and of course promises were made. Please, I'm gonna do this. Oh no,
please, baby, please.
baby. So yeah, definitely fizzle that the fuck out. But yeah, it was definitely, that whole relationship in itself was like a red flag and a learning experience. Like, nigga, everything of what not to do and what not to fucking look for. So, which I actually am appreciative for all my previous relationships, because like they actually made me better. It turned me from somebody that was so fucking naive, that believed every fucking thing a nigga said, to like, then it changed me to like a bitch didn't believe nothing and every nigga's lying. To have like a nice balance of, I care, but like, it's not that serious to me. Like, you can fucking leave. Like, it literally made like, seriously, I was like, look, this is what the fuck I want. If you can't provide these shits, we don't need to be in a relationship. We can just keep smashing. Like, I'm at this point where like, I know what the fuck I want, and if you can't bring it, like, you can just play a role in my life. Like, you don't have to be my
man. The role of penis.
Facts-a-roni. That's what the fuck I was on. And then my current husband came around and changed all that. So
he got with the program.
Yeah, he was like, all right, I'm with the shit. So what you mean? It's like, all right. But yeah, definitely those are my 3 relationships. And yeah, looking back, like when you're in it, like it's so stupid to be like, oh, you're blinded by love and blah blah. But like, literally, it's hard to see what the fuck shit that's going on while you in the thickness of the fuck shit. But when you either step back or got some good friends to tell you like, bitch, you need to do better. Like, and then I know sometimes friends gotta walk a fine line, because you could talk shit about a motherfucker and then they get back with their ass and you like, God damn it.
Yeah, I learned that the hard way with my cousin, which is why now when she tells me things, I just be like, so what you gonna do?
Like, yeah, tell me, because I'm not giving no advice. I promise I won't.
Yeah.
Any other relationships of red flags for you?
Oh, girl, I wasn't finished. Yes, girl. So my first love, right? Mm-hmm. I met him on Black Planet.
Yes, Black Planet. Black Planet was lit shit. If you too young to know what Black Planet is, then look, you missed out.
Well, I think I was too young to be on it. I was definitely in high school. And I met him. He lived in Fort Wash, and so did I, but he didn't go to my school. And everybody that lived in Fort Wash went to my school. He went to like a private school or a Christian school, something like that. So, you know, my little boo. Mm-hmm. Prom time comes, and I asked him to go to my prom with me, and he was like, well, I'm already going to your prom. Oh. So this should have been a red flag, but I didn't take it as such. So basically, he was saying that there was this girl at my school, mm-hmm. Who I did not like, but you know, whatever. Mm-hmm. They were both 7-day Adventists. And so their families were very close because they went to the same church like their whole life. And so their families wanted them to go together. Oh, so my God. I was just like, okay. Like at 17,
I mean, I guess at that age, you're like, well, you don't have no choice because your family's telling you. So like, I get it.
Exactly. And so like when I saw him, like he came up, hugged, all that other good stuff. And she was there. Like she was right there the whole time. And then after prom, he came to the after party I was at. Mm-hmm. Like, and so she wasn't like, there.
Everything seems like it's legit.
So everything seems like it's fine. So now college, me and him still together, cool, whatever. But I had never met his family. I knew that his older brother knew of me because, like, if I would call the house, his brother
would answer the phone.
Right. Mm-hmm. But, like, I never met them. Meanwhile, he was at my house every single day. So, like, he knew my father. He knew my cousin. I introduced him to my mom out Centerville. Like, he knew everybody in my life because y'all couldn't tell me. I gave up schools for this man. Like, I got accepted.
This is the one.
Yes, I got accepted to A&T. I got accepted to a bunch of schools, and I stayed in that area and went to girl. For this nigga. Anywho, so that should have been a red flag. Like, why haven't I met your parents? Because at this point, like, we have been together for like a year. I'm trying to figure out why I still haven't met them.
Right.
So finally, I put the full, like, no, another time, like, I remember, here's a red flag. So one time his brother had broke down near my house, but he was at work. Mm-hmm. So I was like, well, babe, I can pick him up because he lived like close, like less than 5 minutes from me anyway. So I was like, I could just pick him up and take him to, your house. Uh-huh. So when I picked up his brother was like, oh, you and him must be really good friends for you to come and pick me up. And I was like, really good friends? Like, that's my nigga. Like, that's my whole boyfriend. What are you talking about?
Right.
So I asked my ex about it. He just, I don't know. He be tripping. Don't pay him no. I don't know why he said that dumb shit. So again, not paying it no fucking mind.
Right.
So finally, I'm like, no, I want to meet your parents. Like, what the fuck?
Right.
Go in the house. Girl, they got pictures up of him and the girl from prom, like over a year and a half ago, in the house. So in my mind, I'm like, well, that wasn't even his prom. I could see if they had a picture of him up at his prom, but that was...
I was going to say, because in that defense, if it was his prom, because I had my prom picture up with my ex and I was in a whole nother relationship, and it was definitely awkward to bring your new nigga in the house and your parents got a big ass prom picture with another nigga. But to me,
that's different.
Because it was my prom.
Right. This was not his prom. This was her prom that he just happened to go to. So,
right.
I peeped it. His mom, very religious. They wanted him to be with someone that was Seventh-day Adventist as well. Right. Mm-hmm. So there was discord between her and I, because she was like, well, the Sabbath for us is on Saturday. So what happens when you want to go out on a date or you want to do this, and from sundown to sun up, he can't do X, Y, and Z. And in my mind, I'm like, bitch, you don't know your son, because your son be drinking 151 with me every weekend. Like, what are you talking about?
Let me tell you something. They was sneaking, doing all the stuff, going to movies, everything. You
like, what are you talking about? I didn't have, and he was doing that before I met him. So right. I don't have anything to do with that. Long story short, at the end of 2-3 years, come to find out, he was in a relationship with her since like 9th grade.
Wow. An ongoing fucking relationship?
And he had been in a relationship with me since 12th grade. And the girl had heard that we were in a relationship, or we were messing with each other, I guess. But she was away at college. So,
but what's the excuse for like the prom thing? Like when you walked up and she was right there.
Dog, that's what I asked her. Because let me tell you about this story. Ooh. So when everything unfolded and I found out, do you want to know how I found out? Let me tell you, girl. So my ringtone, remember ringtones, y'all?
Yes, I used to have the lit songs.
My ringtone was My Lady by D'Angelo on his phone. Well, one day he's at my house and D'Angelo starts playing on his phone, and I'm trying to figure out,
nigga, I'm not calling you.
like, how that's happening. So I look and it says the girl name. So I'm like, what's happening? So he's, that's just my ringtone. I was like, so when your best friend boys call, right, My Lady plays, like, you don't like D'Angelo that fucking much. Relax. Right. So I ended up getting in contact with her. Me and her talking. That's when I found out everything. So I'm devastated. I go up to his job. He's thinking I'm going to his job to be on some rah-rah shit. I go up to his job and I'm just crying because I'm like,
how could you break my heart like this?
No. My father was like, how did he have time to be in a whole relationship? Because like literally y'all go to school, y'all go to work, and y'all come to my house every fucking day. I'm just trying to figure out. Like even my dad was a slower. He's trying to figure out how this happened.
I need to get some tips from this dude.
Right. My first little heartbreak. So the girl is like, no, we're all three going to talk because I need to figure out what the fuck is going on, because he's telling me this and you're telling me that. So she drove from her college to my house. But on the way there, it was raining. She got in an accident. She crashed into a fire extinguisher. So I picked her up with our dude in the car.
No, sir.
I swear to God, I'm in the front seat. He's in a passenger. She's in the back. And she's like, I can't believe I'm in the back of this bitch car. And I was like, well, bitch, I could leave you in the rain because I'm being nice by even.
Look.
So we in my house. And basically he's telling us the truth, like all this shit. Like, so when you said you was going here with your family, he was really with her, and it's stuff that, he had told her, and that, what was going on. And it's some other shit that I'm not going to put out here, but like,
don't, like, that's a lot of energy, my G.
It was so much. But like, if I was thinking about the red flags, the whole family thing, and just even the prom thing, like if I would have just, I don't know how I missed those red flags, but child.
So did I ever tell you about the time that I got catfish?
No.
Back before it was anything about a catfish?
No.
So me and my best friend at the time, and I don't even want to say age or grade because people listening, I'm not trying to all the way put this person out there. But look, so me and my best friend at the time, we were really cool with this girl. And like I think that it was at a time where being gay was not really a popular thing.
Yeah.
Back when I was younger, like we knew it was some people that were gay, but like they definitely weren't out and proud and able to be who they really are without being I'm gonna say without being criticized, honestly. So anyway, but we were really cool with the girl. Like all three of us were really, really cool. And she said that she had a set of twin brothers that went to another school.
Oh no,
and
I
that
feel like I know where this is going.
Wanted to hook us up with them. And so showed us pictures and everything. And we was like, yeah, I'm here for it. We were like, yeah, give them our number. Long story short, it's exactly what you think. It was her.
Jesus.
Talking to both of us. And like,
that's some weirdos.
Dog. We're weirdos?
No, I'm just saying the people who do stuff like that are weirdos. Like I saw this preview of this girl who said she had like 1,000 different profiles. Like she made it her business just to catfish people.
Who has the time?
Like what?
Who remembers? Like, come on, that's
that many passwords.
You probably got a whole ass Excel spreadsheet of your usernames and passwords. Like, it's not that serious. Like, you have something wrong in your head. But like, yeah, come to find out, it was a whole fucking sham because some kind of way we found out because of course it had to be said that they went to another school. But I think knew somebody or ended up talking to somebody that went to that school and knew the people that was in the picture. Like they actually existed, but like they had totally different relationships and didn't know who the fuck we was.
Oh Lord, were they even her brothers?
No, the bitch didn't even have no brothers. She ended up not even having no fucking brothers, my G. I'm just like. And the red flags was there because like every time we was trying to link up at the mall, it was a hella excuse. We was like, well, maybe they just don't want to go on no double date shit. So like you just set up some shit with your nigga on your time and still like it was the most excuses.
Think about how much time this joint had to have because she was y'all actual friend in
she
real
was
life.
Our fucking friend.
But then she had time to be not one but two different people. And then I'm assuming she had other friends or other things to do in life.
Like, look, and this is not a day and age when we had cell phones. So you was in the house making these calls.
Girl, who has time?
Like, look, I was fucking pissed. My other friend forgave her a lot quicker than I did, but I was just like, bitch, don't play with me. Like, I'm not one to fucking be played with. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's not cool. Like, it's not no fucking joke. And like she denied it. She never admitted it.
Even though y'all knew?
Yeah, she didn't.
Child.
Look, a whole ass catfish before shit was even being catfish. I was just like, look, I don't have time. If you wasn't basically a guy, like I would try to fight you. But like I don't have time. Like you're doing too much. So yeah.
Well, my last and final red flag, I'm not going to spend too much time on because I'm going to just segue that shit into some TV. But before my first love, my first boyfriend, quotation, that nigga was older. He was a smooth 21. Oh. Mind you, I said that my first boyfriend and I got together in 12th grade.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Red flag should have been like, this nigga's nasty.
Why do you want to mess with me?
I was in high school. I was a junior. So like
young.
So what are you doing? But in my mind, it was just like
you wasn't even like an 18-year-old senior. Like you.
No. I was never 18 as a senior because I graduated when I was
Me neither because the way our birthdays fall.
Right. So when I met him, it was like a week before I turned 16, and he knew how old I was. he told me that we had met a year before, although I to this day don't remember. But he explained this whole situation, and I was like, that sounds familiar. But back in high school, I used to smoke a lot of weed, so
Like,
I don't know,
my
child.
memory's gone.
I was just like, it sounds about right, but who knows?
Right.
But in my mind, now that I think about it, like, I can't even think, like, me talking to a 21-year-old and we're both legal adults.
Like, what do we have in common? Like,
you know what I'm saying? So
your brain is not developed to be talking.
You 21 and I'm 16 and we're
what do you have in
dating?
common? Right. Like,
and so then after getting kicked out of my father's house and then my mother's house because of this relationship, we broke up because I came to my senses because I mean, I needed a place to stay. He ended up dating somebody else that was in high school. So it was just like, oh, so this nigga he just likes little girls. Yeah. But at 16, I'm thinking I'm just popping. I'm hot because shit.
I'm bringing in these older. You know what's really crazy? Not to try to normalize it, but I actually know some girls when I was in high school that like was dating legal ass niggas. Like,
dog, I knew mad joints doing that.
Dog, like it's girl, like for real, like that was dating like they might have been like in the streets. They might have been some street niggas, but like Smooth was in their 20s.
He definitely, and that was another thing. He definitely was in them streets. There was so many red flags, but again, I was 16. I was stupid. Now when I look back, I'm just like, ew. That's nasty for him. That's real nasty for him. But that's even nasty for me because, like, girl.
But at the time, like, which kind of is a definitely, you're being a segue queen. It's like at that age, your rationale is not up to par, like, of where we at now. Like, in hindsight, you like, what the fuck was I thinking? Like, this was a grown ass fucking man. But back then, like you saying, you just like, nigga, I'm the shit because, like, I must be that popping to stand that he want a younger like me. Like, I'm just grown. Like, I'm just mature for my age. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's exactly what I thought. I just thought I was so mature for my age. And now my ass is in my 30s and I feel like I just became an adult like at 27. So I don't know how I thought at 16 I thought I was so mature because now I
had like, everything figured out.
Like, girl, get your life together. Hot ass mess. Not only that, but like I said, nigga was in the streets. So maybe a week after we broke up, the girl he ended up getting with was my friend, quotation. Yeah, they definitely was fucking before we broke up. But anywho,
had to be.
This nigga was on the news. They was looking for him. He had a warrant out. Girl, he was running up in people's houses, making them, holding them at gunpoint, making them go to the ATM, take out all their money, and taking their money and leaving.
Dodge that bullet.
And so I have a scrapbook with on one side it's pictures of me and him, and then on the other side it's pictures of him on the news that I cut out.
You've always been a petty queen. It started young.
You better fucking believe it.
That is hilarious.
Ooh, them red flags though, because he didn't. Look. But listen, he didn't have no job, right? But he used to always give me jewelry, and I just never asked.
But you had stolen goods, sis.
Yo, so now I'm realizing that's what it was because, like, I remember one time we got in this big argument, and then he called me early in the morning because he didn't have shit to do, but I had to go to school because I was a child. So he was like, "Check your mailbox before you get on the bus." Because
I slid past your house and hid it in your mailbox.
Usually he would take me out of here. Right. Usually he would take me to school, but I didn't. I was mad. So when I opened it, I had 2 bracelets. One was gold and one was silver, and they were still in the little box that said like one was for the 14 karat gold one. So I was like, "Oh, it's real." Dog, I thought I was
like dropping coins.
But how was he dropping coins and he didn't have a job?
I'm saying that's what you was thinking.
No, but that's what I should have been thinking. How is this happening if he has no job?
You said my man made a way. He loved me that much that he found a way to get me something nice. Like, he must got savings.
So then when I realized how I was getting the things that I was getting, it was just like, oh no. Because the people he was robbing, they was old.
They want their shit. This was probably for their niece or their grandkid. Like, what's happening? Oh.
Yeah. So, a hot ass mess. I'm never going to repeat that story again. So, y'all.
Enjoy.
Yeah, because I usually skip over him and go straight to the the one with the girlfriend from 9th grade.
Yeah.
I usually just feel like he's my first boyfriend because the other one don't count.
Like, I'm not trying to claim
because he wasn't a boyfriend. He was a man.
He was like grown. He's a man friend. Yes. He was a mentee.
Basically. Speaking of man friends.
Y'all man's Kales.
Did you finally catch up on Surviving Kelly Part 2?
Yes, and fucking Didi, I did.
I guess I'm one of them bitches.
But shut the fuck up. You definitely was not one of these bitches. You was not a fucking survivor of Kales.
Listen, if I fell for the nigga with no job at 16, then Kales would have for sure got me up out of here. I would probably still be in the basement.
You'd be like, but this nigga got money. He gonna put me on.
Yes, I would be. I
want to say, if you was Shane Wild, buy a 14-karat gold bracelet and a silver joint, Kales would have got your ass on. He would have flashed one of his
Grammys, and that would have been a wrap for me.
You like, so where you want me to put the camera? No, that's not funny. You wouldn't, nigga. Nah. We ignorant.
Ooh, child. Did you watch all of them?
Playing? Yeah, I'm here. We playing, y'all.
I mean,
if you know us, you know us.
Oh my goodness!
Canceled in 2020. Yeah, I watched all of them. That nigga nasty, nigga. Like, fuck, that nigga's nasty. Like, he need to stay there. Fucking stay. Like, I mean, we already knew this, but yeah, nigga.
Did you see the part with Dominique?
Yeah.
So, what did you think?
She's gonna need counseling for the rest of her life.
Dog. The rest of her life. And I still want to know why he had her dressed up as a boy. And there's a reason behind it, because the interviewer asked her and she said, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, she was like, I don't want to talk about that. But didn't they say something about it was a boy that used to come by the studio or something?
So, girl, let me tell you. I started reading comments. And a lot of people kept saying, well, Tasha K Ben had the tea. This is old news. This is old news. So I'm like, well, who the fuck is Tasha K?
I was just about to ask you that, but I didn't want to sound like I wasn't in the loop. I was about to say, who's Tasha K?
Well, girl, it's a YouTube channel called Unwind with Tasha K. And even before the documentaries last year, she been had almost all this information and been talking about it on her YouTube page. So on her girl, them documentaries don't even cover half of the nasty ass shit that this nigga be into. For one, this is not nasty. I mean, this is just his preference. But for one, there's a dude that like he fucks, and he fucks in front of the girls, with the girls, whatever. So he's gay, bi, he's something. That's not the nasty part. The nasty part is what he will have them do to prove that he's loyal, that they're loyal, and that they won't basically snitch on him. Yeah. There's this one girl who used to be his bottom bitch. So Azriel Clary was his bottom bitch. But before Azriel Clary, there was a girl named Vina, or V, as she goes by. So for her to prove her loyalty to him, she basically molested her 6-year-old niece on camera.
So, and they use that, like, I guess, like to blackmail her to make sure she...
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Maybe that's why I remember when all the allegations, not when they came out, because they've been coming out over years, but when the first documentary came out, and like it was some statement released like, oh yeah, y'all, all this is fake, and like y'all just wait, like basically like receipts gonna be, let out. Like, it's probably like all the shit that they got on all the girls. Like, if they making them do something like, all right, well, I know I got this in the wing and I'm about to release this and blah, blah, blah. Like,
the thing is, he thought that would keep them silent. But the girls that are coming out and saying stuff, they're basically like, well,
just like, fuck it.
Yeah, because it's like, you can't incriminate me without incriminating yourself, without incriminating your team, because a lot of his team, that's why.
You seen the white lady?
Oh, them two white bitches was pissing me off.
Sis was like, I mean, look.
They were having consensual sex. It looked like she enjoyed it. Like, right. True.
And none of them girls looked like they were underage and whoop-de. I was like, yo, you getting paid a lot, because he like, look, I need this incredible. I need not just black people. I need some white people on my team. Like, dog, you. I said, look, I can't deal. How much are you getting paid?
Girl, so then the one girl that was on a documentary, Geronda Pace, she be in the comment sections of this girl on YouTube confirming, like, oh yeah, that did happen, da 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 da. Like, she confirmed that she did see that video of the girl V with the niece. Then she actually did an interview with the girl and was talking about how basically Kel likes 9-inch dildos up his ass.
Wow.
And just a whole, like, it really was a sex ring. Like, that's essentially what it is.
Around him, though. Like, he was the one.
Right. And there are so many moving pieces and so many people that were involved in it.
It's no way that this shit could have been going on for this long for other people to not been involved. Like how they was explaining, he had to even have some of the girls checking each other, like, so that you would have to tell, like, you know, how the girl, because I forget all their names, but the one who had got away and then went back and was dressing like a boy, basically he put her in charge of the other one to make sure, like, you don't go nowhere.
Right.
So it's like, then I'm sure, even though they trying to probably not incriminate themselves, I'm sure them bodyguards and people that work with him, them motherfuckers seen shit. But Kels was probably paying them so good that they was like, look, ain't none of my business. The nigga say don't say nothing. I ain't saying shit. Fuck it.
He doesn't put anything in his name. He, at, like, even the hotels and stuff like that, he has other chicks do it for him. Like, girl, I watched like 3 hours worth of YouTube videos from this lady because I went back to the videos from 2018. Mind you, the first part came out in 2019. And like most of the stuff that she was talking about ended up being in that documentary. So I was like, oh no, this bitch is getting incredible tea. Like, she talked to Angelo Clary, Azriel Clary's dad. So she was getting information from him. She talked to the Savages, those parents. Like I said, she talked to Geronda Pace. She's even talked to Dominique. So, like, a lot of the information she's getting is from the people that were involved.
Directly, right.
She talked about it so much that the police ended up contacting her to get the information she had.
Shit.
Just like a mess, child. Girl, it's just so much. Like, even more than that documentary. Like I said, I watched like 3-4 hours on YouTube over the course of this weekend because I wasn't doing shit. And I was just like, this nigga is really, like, something's really wrong with him.
Something's fucking wrong with him. And like, whether it stems from, you know, what he experienced as a child, it doesn't matter. Like, you need to fucking pay for all the fucking lives that you fucked up. Like, them girls, a lot of them are going to be messed up for the rest of their lives. They're going to need counseling to try to live normal lives, if that's even possible. Like, it's just crazy. And then you still got a couple that's like still down for this nigga. He about to be in that motherfucker for the rest of his life. And they still up here fighting for this man. I'm like, yo, you had to have brainwashed the fuck out of them for you to actually be free and away from this dude, and you still down and riding for this nigga.
Well, from the videos, that girl Joycelyn, however you say her fucking name, she don't fuck with her parents because, just like people were saying, a lot of these parents,
they was looking for a come up.
And so, like, her parents, the girl Tasha K, she does not fuck with the Savages because she was like, they just looking for fame. That's why they always recording something. That's why they always in the news. She was like, you know, like, the Azriel's parents, they do everything kind of low key. Like, the first time you even really saw or heard about them was on a documentary because they were talking to R. Kelly directly trying to get their daughter back. But like the Savages, you know, it looks like, oh, we're just trying to bring visibility to the situation. But it was just some stuff she was pointing out that even when I was watching, I was like, yeah, that shit's weird.
Yeah, that look crazy.
Like, it definitely, I could see how it looks that way. Like, if I'm a parent and I'm trying to get my daughter back, why am I making YouTube videos talking about R. Kelly gave my daughter herpes and da-da-da-da? Like, how is that going to make her want to come back to me and I'm putting her personal business out there? Like, child, I don't know. Hot ass fucking mess. And then these bitches got to fighting on a live, child.
Yes, I saw that. I was like, ooh.
Did you see the video I tagged you in for the full video?
No.
Yeah, I tagged you in it on Twitter because
I seen that you said you tagged me on Twitter, and I didn't go. I forgot. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go look, and I didn't.
Man. Okay, so but you did see the clips on
I seen the clips
Instagram.
on Instagram. Yeah.
So who do you think was whooping whose ass based on what you was hearing?
I don't know who was who.
Oh,
I
well,
just seen two bitches fighting.
well, see, a lot of people thought Azriel was getting her ass beat because you couldn't really see anything after she dropped the phone. You just heard a bunch of screaming. But girl, Azriel got them hands. She was whooping that ass. That wasn't her screaming. That was the other girl.
That was the girl, Joycelyn.
Yes.
Ooh.
She was whooping her ass, and she was like, I mean, I could fight. I'm from Baltimore. I said, oh, okay, then. All right. Beating her ass in the hallways of the Trump Tower. I said, them white people gonna get them
The
locked
fuck
up.
about it.
Everybody about to get locked up.
Hell yeah.
That whole thing. I was hitting
How
refresh.
these niggas able to afford to stay at the Trump Hotel?
Well, they were actually coming back to the hotel to get their stuff because they can't afford it anymore. But before then, he was paying for it.
I'm gonna say that nigga need them for that money for them lawyer fees. Like, all right, y'all gotta pack up and go somewhere else, like the Crown Plaza or something, nigga. Y'all got to go Motel 6, nigga.
So Azriel had already moved out, but I guess she still has some stuff there. But when she came to get her stuff, she brought like dudes with her to help her move, and that's how the whole argument started. Because Joycelyn was like, "You got these men in his house that's so disrespectful." Because she still
is like his like she's still brainwashed. Like, what are you talking about?
Yes.
Wow.
Girl.
So is Joycelyn still? She's not like she's like move past. It's like I don't want this nigga.
No, like, Azriel is like that. Joycelyn is still with him.
Oh, okay. I was mixing them two up.
As of today, anyway. But Azriel, I don't know if you remember, she was the one that was popping the most shit at that Gail.
Yeah, on the interview.
Mm-hmm. And now I didn't think she would be the first one to leave. I thought it would have been the other girl, but
she was more quiet, a little bit more quiet. And...
But no. But I'm not gonna lie, this girl, while I am glad that she got away from him, I feel like she about to milk this to get some fame. And I know that sounds bad because, you know, victims, gotta believe victims. But all this, she's just been doing a lot on Instagram and Twitter. And it's just like, all right.
She about to get some book deal or some type of another documentary. And, you know, since it's like it's in the media now, niggas, and they gonna want to hear from her, and some fucking station or production company or whatever is definitely gonna pay to get her side of the story.
Right. And I'm definitely gonna be tuned in because I want it. But I just feel like they need therapy and they need to actually go and do that privately. You know what I'm saying?
Stop airing your shit out and talking to people when you haven't worked through your own shit yet. Like, you're going to end up looking crazy.
Yeah, like, if I'm arguing with somebody, I'm not going on live to record it. That's weird to me. Because if I'm really angry...
I hate that. Like, you know what? I'm about to vent how I feel about this person on live. Like, nigga, if you don't even just, like, go call them or write in your diary, like, get the fuck out of here. Like, you telling a whole bunch of strangers about somebody. Like, why do we even care? Why we that invested? Like, them, it's a little bit different because they're in the public eye, so niggas really do want to hit it. They don't have to be in the public eye. They definitely don't have to. But, like, even, like, these regular people that be on live, like, I just like, what are y'all doing? Like, y'all got shit to do. I'm gonna turn on live.
I mean, Vincent is one thing, even though I think that that's corny. But if I'm mad to the point where I could lay hands on you, the last thing I'm thinking about is Instagram. Like, let me record this shit. Like, no.
So you can hear this shit.
If like, I'm ready to fight, then I'm ready to fight. Ain't no fucking phones. It's just you and I.
Right.
I don't know. That's just me. I gotta remember these bitches like these 23. Young joints. So I don't know.
Their reasoning is not developing yet. Their brain isn't all the way functioning properly.
At the end of the day, I feel like all of them probably did some nasty ass shit to prove their loyalty to him. All of them was involved in some shit. And so I'm looking at everybody funny. Like I said, I'm glad they're getting away from it, but it still doesn't excuse the abuse and stuff. But it doesn't excuse their part in it because, like, Azriel was screaming when they were fighting. You was fucking with me when I was a minor. You was fucking with me when I was a minor. And then, so what were you doing?
Right.
You know, when you became of age. That makes me feel like all of y'all didn't have no problem with it, because in the first documentary last year, the one girl was talking about how she had a threesome with the girl from the first
The
video
young one.
that got peed on. So it's like all y'all niggas was fucking
On
with
some
little
nasty
girls.
shit, right? Helping the recruit and all that.
Yeah.
Even though some of them didn't realize they was recruiting, but it's still like he had help.
It's just a lot. Ain't nobody 100% innocent to me in this situation. It is unfortunate. I'm glad that people are
not being
getting out of the
abused.
situation, but just go seek the therapy you need and leave us alone.
Right. Do it in private. Like,
Please.
I mean, I get it. You trying to get your coins and be compensated, but like, you ain't gotta do it publicly. You ain't gotta be on live. You ain't gotta. I don't know.
Because that girl can really sing, but honestly, do you think she would have like a career, like a real singing career?
No,
Will people
because
take
from
her
now
seriously?
on, she gonna be known as the joint that
Right.
R. Kelly joint. So it's like you're not gonna be famous on your talent.
Yeah, I just
Sucks,
can't
but
see anybody taking that seriously with all this other stuff that's going on. So it's unfortunate, but like, be blessed. Another red flag. Did you watch You yet?
Yeah, so I am almost finished with the whole first season. I'm on episode, I think it's 10 episodes in the first season. I'm on 9 is the one that I need to watch.
Okay.
Like Candace. I'm on
Okay.
that one.
Okay.
Yeah. I like it.
Well, let me tell you, season 2, we're gonna pause this You conversation then, because girl, I really want you to see season 2.
All
Whew,
right.
my
I
life.
was
It's been renewed for
watching.
season 3.
Oh, look. I was Yeah, we'll talk about it when I finish everything. But listening, so it's giving you some more time if you ain't caught up.
And
I'll
I don't want to
spare you.
accidentally say something that happens
Yeah,
in
yeah,
episode
yeah.
9 or 10, because I haven't watched the first season since last year. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. So then we'll wait. But I was definitely watching,
But
and
it was
I'm
red flags all up and through that shit.
all up in fucking through that fucking Joe and Beck and Joe and Black Girl, like flag,
Yes.
flag, 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 flag.
So
Like
much.
that's wild as shit. But yeah, yeah, well, listeners, y'all got time to catch up, and I got time to keep on watching because that shit is wild as fuck. Like it was times that B Dub would walk by and be like, so the first thing he's like, is he gonna be talking like this the whole shit? He didn't sit down and watch the whole thing with me, but like it'll be times where he was like in the room with me and he'll kind of watch and he'll like look up like, what the fuck is going on? Like, you know, something happening, you look up like, what? But every time he would come in, he like, so this is how he talks, like all the time. I'm like, yeah, but I mean, it kind of switches, and yeah,
Somebody did a video on Facebook, basically like, this is how the scene would look if you didn't hear him narrating it. It's so fucking awkward because it's just these long ass weird pauses while he's thinking. It's like, if this is how this nigga, like, you know, if this was happening in real life and somebody paused that long, I'd be like, are you good?
Like, what the hello?
Like, I just asked you a question.
Like, are
You
you
spaced
having
out?
fuck you about to pass out? What's wrong with you?
Funny shit.
But yeah, I'm gonna keep watching though.
So Porsha and Dennis, I want to keep with the red flag theme because you know, last season Candy told her the things that she had heard about him, and Porsha said, "Bitch, mind your business." And then at the start of this season, she crying all over the TV because he cheated. But bitch, Candy told you
right
that he does that.
Right, like he's known for doing it, and yeah. And
but they're back together, and
all it took was a trip to Canada and a upgrade on her ring, and she's just like, you know what? This is just a show of effort that you would come all the way out here.
And I was just like, I don't feel like that's much of an effort because y'all have money. So getting on a plane isn't as.
And then he didn't even stay. He literally got right back on the flight and went back home.
Right.
Tried to knock his joint down.
Me, I guess I'm pessimistic because I was like, in my mind, I'm like, if she said she needed time, you should have gave her more time. But it just seemed like
you're not listening to what she wants.
Yes.
Because if she wanted space and you knew she was going up there for like a girl's trip, you're sending flowers, you're popping up. Like, no, you're not listening.
That's just me.
You still showing like you want it to be your way.
So that leads me to a question like, how much stock would you put into someone telling you something about your significant other?
It depends on who it is. It honestly depends on who it's coming from.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Like
if it's somebody close to me, like if you or my best friend or somebody tells me, like, I'm definitely going to take that shit way more serious than some random motherfucker on the internet or somebody that, like, I don't even know like that. I'm just like, what's your angle here? Like, what is your purpose of telling me this? Like, where'd you get the information? Like, it's sketchy to me because I've been in sketchy situations. It'll make me give you a side eye if it's not necessary. Not saying that it wouldn't be true, but just me, how I would look at that person, like, nigga, I don't know if I can 100% trust the shit. Now I will have to fact check and be like, nigga, is this legit? But I would definitely take it more serious off the rip if it was somebody closer to me.
that makes sense. And then given Porsha and Candy's history, especially last season, because I think that's when they first started really becoming cool again. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. But it was just, I could see Porsha being like, girl, fuck you. You ain't got no actual proof.
Shit from what you talking about. Like y'all bitches messy anyway. So like whatever. But you know, and she was super fucking happy then. So she was like, nigga, I ain't trying to hit nothing. Like, that's my man.
But you know, Candy's sitting in the back like, I mean,
I told you.
I did say.
I'm not going to be messy, but I'm going to get a little face like, like, bitch.
Red flags there. So did you see this last episode of Real Housewives of Atlanta?
Yes, with the fight, finally.
I know, they've been fucking, oh, Jesus. Well, I wasn't even going to the fight. We can go back to that. But remember at the end, when they were all at the table and Kenya, to me, was being messy with the cookie lady. That was so unnecessary.
First of all, Kenya, even before she left, she's always been annoying to me. But this season, I feel like she's going above and beyond to be messy. And I don't know if it's
because she's miserable because her marriage was fucking failing.
I think that is a big part of it. But I think, the people on these reality shows that are the messiest and are the most entertaining, if you want to put it in air quotes, get paid the most and get to keep re-signing because they're the ones who get people to keep watching.
They keep up the mess.
Yes, I think like lately Nene has kind of been taking a back seat and doing other businesses and trying to fake be grown. So I think Ken's like, well, nigga, I'll be the new villain. I'll be in this motherfucker and be messy. But like her mess is like, I feel like Nene mess would be funny, and I'd be like, "Oh, bitch, you messy." But like Kenya's is like malicious type. Like, bitch, you seem evil as fuck, and it's crazy because when they do the little interviews in between, they be like, "Bitch, really? Like, I know you messy, but like, really?"
Yeah,
bitch?
That's what Cynthia said.
Yeah, like, nigga, because her and I think it was Candy knew what she was talking about and was like, "I think I know what the fuck this bitch talking about," and like, if it's about the candy or the cookie lady, like, this bitch is messy. Like, you really posing this question to her knowing you got information.
But you have information, but you don't really have information. Literally, you just have a random girl saying it. It's not. It would be one thing if Kenya saw it herself and was
how many people that probably see them around Atlanta is trying to find a reason to either get on the show or talk to these chicks. And just like what show was that where they had the anonymous motherfucker from Atlanta calling in some tea?
That was last season on
Yes.
No.
Was it Real Housewives? And they was like, why the fuck you having somebody that we don't even know? No, it was Basketball Wives. Yeah. Yep. Like trying to freaking get in a circle. Like, I got some information on this person. Don't nobody know them. It's just some random motherfucker. Person. Like, they just try to get in on the show and DM'd you the information. Like, call me. I got some tea. Like, what the fuck? And y'all niggas fall for it? Like
I was waiting for some credible, like something else, like maybe another flashback, but it was, or maybe like a backstory, like maybe they know the cookie lady personally and that's why they could take her word for it. But like
literally it's
just a regular cookie lady. Like I went to a store.
You know, your friend such and such. Yeah, like
her man just was
flirting with me and was just like all over me. And like,
then you're gonna bring that to her? Like, to me, that's not. It's like,
and why bring it to them?
Yeah, like you didn't even bring it to her. You did it in a group setting because you want to be messy.
Exactly.
And I felt like she did it just
while the cameras are rolling.
that part, but also because Tanya was like, I feel like my relationship is perfect. And there's nothing, I mean, no relationship is perfect.
But
And
I
I think
feel
we
like
all know
Kenya,
that.
like you said, is miserable. So she gonna try to shoot her down like, oh, your relationship is perfect. All right, well, bitch, I got a question. Let me play devil's advocate. And the crazy thing is her devil's advocate didn't have nothing to do with what the fuck they was talking about originally. So I'm just like, you was reaching to make this a conversation. Like, well, let me play devil's advocate. If your man, like, I'm like, yo, you's a messy bitch.
I've never really liked her. She has some funny moments, don't get me wrong, but like when she wasn't on the show, I didn't miss her
at all.
I was
at
good.
Fucking all.
So what did you think about the fight?
The fight. It was. I just need Eva, first of all, to sit the fuck down with her pregnant ass. Like,
yeah, she's too in the mix.
Just something. I figure if I get in the middle, then like, nobody would throw any punches. You're not about to put your baby at rest. And I'm sure when her husband seen this footage, was like, nigga, are you crazy?
Right.
Like, you should have been like, all right, I'm out. I'm about to go and catch that flight and get the fuck out of here.
Because when people are really, really upset,
nobody's thinking about that shit. They black the fuck out and start swinging and throwing shit. Like, ain't nobody being like, oh, wait a minute. Eva, can you move out real quick so I can punch this bitch? Like, no, it's not like that. Like, you need to get your all the way in your third trimester ass and go sit the fuck down somewhere. Just be happy you made it on this trip.
And Porsha looked like she was ready to go at one point. I was like, oh.
She was like, fuck that bitch. Just she not in the motherfucker and like get her the fuck up out of here. Like the end. Like we know who the fuck the snake is. Done. That's it.
I wanted Nene to mush the fuck out of Kenya just one good time.
I was like, get a little bit closer. But like, them fucking security, they get paid for a reason. Bruh, like, she was like, and I tell you another motherfucking thing. I was like, get her, Nene, come on. Because this bitch been getting on my goddamn nerve. And Nene been trying to take the high road. Or at least it looked like she pretending to be taking the high road. But she was like, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, bitch.
Titty hanging out.
Right. She said, oh, I got pasties on. So it's like, bitch, who walks into a room with their titties out? She's like, oh, I just didn't realize it. Oh, well.
What do you think about Cynthia this season?
She trying too hard to prove that she's not a pushover and all the shit that people are like, she's gullible and all the shit that she's been labeled in previous seasons. So I feel like she going above and beyond because like how hype she was when they was talking like, yes, I told that bitch off. Like,
and I was like,
yeah.
no, you didn't.
You didn't. Just because you cursed a little bit.
You cursed back, but
because you stood up for yourself for once and like girl, you did not tell nobody off. Like, so I just think she's doing too much to prove like I ain't in nobody's shadows, but like you always in somebody's shadow because now like you King is little shadow. So like you're always Eva. Yeah. So it's just like, all right, like
she's codependent
as fuck. If it ain't one of the girls, it's a dude. I'm just like, yo, you really got some issues. But yeah, she swore like she did some shit and says like you're doing too much. And I found her to say something.
Did you watch Black Ink Crew?
No, I didn't get a chance. I had a lot of shit to watch.
I cried.
But I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about now because it's crazy. Like right after we recorded, I was like, oh yeah. And the only reason why I found that out is because I follow her and Ryan.
Oh, okay.
So like social media and stuff, like when it first happened, like it was on there, and then because the episode aired, they had posted some other stuff, so I had kind of seen. I haven't seen the episode yet, but I do want to watch it. But like they had posted on social media, and I was like, oh yay!
Like I knew that had happened because it happened a couple months ago. But when I watched the episode, I was dead ass in tears, so I was just like,
I'm definitely gonna watch that. I had so much to watch, like, but I definitely want to see that episode. I was like, damn, that's tough. But
I watched that. I watched that fucking Love and Hip Hop bullshit on Monday. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Erica Mena can go.
She's Kenya.
She is the Kenya of Love and Hip Hop, and I really was trying to give her a pass because I'm like, oh, she's pregnant,
and she's like, she's just happy and feeling herself because she got a man, she about to marry, but like, yo, she's doing too much. She's always been messy as fuck, but she's like extra, like that whole shit at the bachelor party. I don't know,
too much.
too fucking much. Like, you're kirking about everything. Like, I get it. Safaree is corny. He be doing some extra shit. But, like, some of the stuff that you are being super overly dramatic about, like, you're going to look back and be like, yeah, I was doing the most. And maybe it's the hormones from being pregnant. But that nigga is like, look, motherfucker, I'm tired. Like, you...
I think that he is a pushover. Like,
facts.
She be talking to him crazy. And I'm like, she would talk to Rich
he was
crazy.
With Nikki.
But Rich...
Yeah, this is back-to-back relationships with dominant-ass females. Yes. And I'm sure Nikki carried it the same fucking way. Where she was the dominant one in the relationship. I'm sure.
I just look like, what? The dynamic between them, I'm just like, this is crazy. Like, I know I can pop off at the mouth sometimes, but I just be looking at her like, Mena, no.
Like, you're wilding.
You cannot speak to him like that. That's nuts.
His wife and your whole ass, and you need to be thanking your lucky stars, sis.
That like, anybody wants to wife you.
That. At least you getting a nice package out of the package, because look, you doing too much.
That part. Mm-hmm. That part.
You better be happy and take your baby in your package and just look, sis, like, build together. You about to be baby mama, the baby mama. Yes, which ain't something to like put on your resume, my G. Like,
she already has a kid, so she already is somebody baby mama. But
yeah.
These fillers, I call them fillers, like them other storylines with them people that don't nobody care about, like this Geneski girl and the other dude with the crazy baby mama.
You just like, all right, like, your baby, y'all been together since high school and she acting like this. Y'all should have been broke up. Like, where's the red flags for that? Like, y'all need get the fuck about here. And this extra ass bitch with Gmail printouts, like, girl, right here, he owes me $60,000.
I love you.
And we're gonna meet up. Like, girl, get the fuck out of here. Like the wife said, if somebody owe me $60,000, I'd be trying to hit up a fucking lawyer, not like
the baby mother. Like, why are you calling me?
Hitting me up with printouts. Like, okay, so the nigga fucked you is telling me that gonna get you your money back. So now I'm about to be like, get us bitch our money back. You cheated. Like, go get a lawyer. And if it's about business, like, handle your business, sis. Like, you wildin'.
I hate them filler ass extra characters, and they never last more than a season. It's just like, why are you here? Well, I don't care. I don't know the dude's name. I can't even think of it. Get them the fuck out of here.
Please go left. Exit stage left. Then freaking Mendici's about to get out.
How is that gonna work with her daughter, her adopted daughter?
She better get. I was confused on like what the thought was. I'm like, so
you didn't think about that?
Like, you didn't think about that before you brought her in. You was just like, oh, he gonna be in there forever till she become grown. Like,
honestly, I think that's what she was thinking, because he had 8 years, but he hasn't served. He's not doing the full 8 years.
I think he's only doing like 5. Like,
so maybe she figured if he did the full 8 years, by that point the girl would be 18 and she'd be off to college or something.
But I'm just trying to, like, all right, sis, like, then you need to find other make preparations, because like, the fuck you mean? Like, yeah. Like, the mom was like, what you talking about? Like, you trying to say my son ain't got no way to come home to? And then she was like, I'm never saying that. I'm like, bitch, you wouldn't have brought it up. You wouldn't have brought it up if it wasn't a dilemma, or not a dilemma, but something that you wasn't like, damn, what I'm gonna do? What you about to do is unfoster her and like get your husband ready.
What you think that's what she's gonna do?
What else is she gonna do? Buy the girl her own apartment? Like, what else can you do?
She's gonna buy him an apartment across the hallway?
No, he will fucking Kirk. Like, what are you talking about? I can't live in the house with my wife and my kids, and I've been gone for 5 years because of some girl that I don't even know who the fuck she is. Like, if you don't get little sister fuck up out of here and let me be with my family.
You don't have compassion for the little girl?
I mean, I really feel bad for her that she's in this situation, but like, Yandy, I want to fix the world messy boost ass bitch is the reason why she in this position. Like, what are you talking about? You know what? I never researched that a foster person couldn't be in a home with a felon. Well, guess what? They can't.
There's no compassion. You hate Yandy.
I hate Yandy, dumb bitch. Like, you ain't got enough kids and jobs. You know what? I want another. Like, fuck, raise your own goddamn kids. That man need to come home to his goddamn kids after being in jail, and you talking about I just need to find out what's going on. Like I would never abandon you. Well, you about to, sis. If this nigga about to be home in 14 days, like your ass need to find a place for her to stay.
If she unadopts that girl, she might as well just close all her social media accounts because niggas are going to let her have it.
And I'm going to be right on there with her. Burn, bitch, burn. Fire her ass up, y'all. Go in.
Poor Yandy.
She better find a nice nice foster family to trade her over to. Trade her in.
Yandy's gums bother me.
Yandy's everything bothers me.
Everything about her doesn't bother me, but her gums do. It's just a lot of facial features this season. And I'm just, Erica Mena and the new teeth and face. It's just, but her vein still pops out.
That vein in that forehead, when sis crowd get angry, I'll be like, there she go. She mean that shit.
There ain't no Botox for that. It's just so prominent.
She need to do something.
Yeah. That's all that I watched that we watched in common. Now, I'm watching this new show, y'all, on HBO called The Outsider.
Oh, fuck, you told me about that and I didn't look at it. How was it?
I need to know what's gonna happen.
Hey. So how many episodes so far?
2. They put 2 out on the day that it premiered.
Got it.
So I need to know what the fuck is going on, y'all.
Guess what comes back tonight though?
What?
This Is Us. This Is Us. Comes back tonight.
Finally, emotions.
And guess what came back last week that I fucking forgot and I need to catch up on? What? Married at First Sight, a new episode, a new season.
I was just about to say that. I started watching it. And you know what's in DC this season?
Bitch, I need to catch up. Watch me see some bitches we know.
I haven't seen no bitches we know thus far, and all the people that are on there, with the exception of maybe one girl. I feel like none of them niggas is from that area.
I thought it was like none of them gonna make it. I'm like, God damn it! All right, no, I'm gonna watch. Don't tell me. I'm gonna watch.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything. They're still marrying these hoes off, but no, I feel like these are transplants, and not like to the whole area in general. Like I don't feel like any of them, except for one girl, was born and raised anywhere near DC.
They probably from like
California. Like right. I feel like these niggas is from like Arizona and they just happen to move to DC
like a year ago for a job.
And I would have just like some real representation of the area.
Yeah.
All the niggas live in like Boston.
Look, I stay in Georgetown.
Yeah. That's where they got married.
See, look. I know this too well. I can write this whole story, my nigga.
Exactly. I was just like, this is cute, but I want to see DC.
Like some real DC people.
Yes.
Right, yeah. Yeah, so I'm definitely going to catch up with that. So I know if This Is Us is coming back tonight, I know A Million Little Things got to be coming back as well because they went out around the same time. So I'm excited because my emo shows are coming back. Ooh, speaking of emo shows, I watched the Hopelessly in Love, the Left Eye and Andre Rison joint.
Did you watch the Faith and Biggie one too?
No. Okay. But I'm gonna watch it. I wasn't as pressed to watch that one because I feel like I've heard the Biggie and Faith story a lot,
a million times.
But I'm like, they definitely gave me a lot of tea about Left Eye and Andre that I didn't know. So I'm like, maybe they gonna have some tea that we didn't know about Biggie and Faith. So I'm definitely gonna watch that one. But like, nigga, who the fuck wasn't in love with Tupac?
Yo, I was just about to say that nigga was everybody's soulmate. Like,
nigga, I was like, wait a minute, Jada, this person, and God bless the dead, because I'm not trying to talk shit about nobody that's not here, but like, Left Eye and Suge Knight, my nigga, like,
yo, I never knew that they was fucking with each other.
Never knew that shit. Never. And like, it ain't a lie because they had him talking about it in jail and Andre confirmed the shit.
And because he was like, he was looking at her funny. And I was like, well, shit, I would have been too.
The fact that this nigga ended up meeting and marrying somebody named Lisa Lopez.
So weird.
Oh.
It's so fucking weird. The fact that Left Eye ass just moved into everybody's house like my damn ex.
I was fucking weak when they was talking to unrelated people. It's like, yeah, she came over and like it's like she never left. She just brought her stuff. They talk about another thing. Yeah, we was hanging out and like she just moved her stuff in and she was never left. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, yo, she was like, fuck y'all.
But that's because Pebbles was stealing all her money. She ain't had
no goddamn money. TLC, the motherfuckers ain't had no money to buy no house. So she was like, yeah, I'm left now. So nigga, let me crash on your couch. Like, get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna clean your shit up, get you some groceries, cook for you. Like, what the fuck? It was a lot of parts that was sad. But like I liked it. It was a really good story. And I used to Left Eye was my favorite, like out of the group. So I love me some Left Eye.
I liked that episode. I did. I didn't like how they didn't address the abuse really though. Like
that's because he was actually on a joint and you know his ass won't want to speak on it.
But I mean, in her mugshot, she had a bruise on her lip. Facts. So
like you don't want to say that it was a whole ass fight. Like, come on, son. It's a reason why this nigga wasn't pressing charges and he was trying to go down there and bail her ass out. Like, because you was probably as much in the wrong as she was. Like, that was. But I mean, some guy did say that they used to actually fight. Like they was tussling and shit.
I have heard that even back then in the 90s. I had heard that. Oh, girl, the part of that documentary though that killed my whole life when this motherfucking nigga Andre Ricin said that he never cheated on her. He would just talk to women to help them mentally.
I was like, what kind of old school player shit is this?
Dr. Phil, shut the fuck up.
Look, I was watching a joint with B-Dub and he kept laughing at me because I was like, I do not bang with his sister.
Oh,
I was like, you a hating ass bitch.
She acts like that shit just happened yesterday.
So every time she said, I was like, bitch, he was laughing. He was like, you do not like her. I was like, no, this bitch was hating on. He was like, but look, Dice, if it was like your brother and it was somebody, I was like, it's okay. Like my brother has messed with people that I don't fuck with, but like you were too invested.
A, she was too invested, and then B, this shit happened 20 plus years ago, and you talking about it like it just happened
some yesterday. Of the shit she initiated, because when they asked her, like, they was like, she kind of bullied her in the beginning, was like, threw out all her shit or something like that.
Ripped up her clothes.
Yeah, she was like, oh yeah, I did do that. Like, bitch, so you ain't like her off the rip before she even did anything. So it ain't like you formed this opinion, like, it's like when shit started getting toxic, or like they was fighting a lot, or like this was in the very fucking beginning. So, like, you just ain't bang with her, like, because that ain't the type of girl that you wanted your brother to be with. But, like, I just think it's weird when you overly invested in a sibling like that anyway. Yeah. It make me look at you like, nigga, why you care that much? Like, you want the best for your family, but, like, you was doing way too much. And even after all these years, like you said, all these years later, and with her being passed, you still was salty. Even though she tried to be like, I didn't have no ill will. You could tell when they was talking about situations, she was still like feeling a certain kind of way. Mad. Like, girl, you big mad. Like, girl has rest in peace, is not here. This man has married somebody else and has kids and has moved on, and your ass still up here salty. Like, girl,
like the girl has been dead for almost 20 years. So the shit we talking about is at least 25, and you talking about it like
I get Andre, like, you know, being teary-eyed or like, you know, like that, but like you still holding on to like anger on stuff that you weren't directly affected by. Like, yeah, I understand, like, okay, damn, like he done had this career and he always wanted this house, but you acting like she burned down your house. Like, I get it, but like,
speaking of burning money. Speaking of burning the house down, I didn't realize that was the second time.
That part. No, what was funny to me is this bitch burnt it down talking about, I thought the nigga replaced it with marble. This nigga got cheap and was like, I ain't replacing this shit with no marble again. Like, I'm about to just get some cheap shit. And that motherfucker caught on fire like it was paper. She probably was like, this cheap nigga.
But you that nigga
why this shit burned down.
Got on his motorcycle in the rain to go look for her. I said, see, that's the type of energy that I'm here for.
You can tell all through he still loved her. The only reason why he stopped fucking with her is because of Suge shit.
Yeah.
If she would have never messed with Suge, he was trying to get over the Tupac joint, even after Tupac was dead.
Right.
Like, he was like, I think he would have came around and tried to like
get back with her.
Yeah, but I think the Suge shit, he was like, all right, nigga,
you doing
going through the crew and shit. Like, you got too much going on. Yeah, that was good though. But I'm wondering what they're gonna have. And listen, we definitely talking about this. I think I said the title, but it's called "Hopelessly in Love"
on Lifetime.
On Lifetime. It's supposed to come on Fridays, and it's like about 2 hours. I think it was.
Yeah,
about 2 hours long. But it was good. So if you haven't seen it, it's definitely information that I didn't know about, unless y'all niggas just got the tea and the scoop on it. But it was stuff that I already knew, but it was definitely a whole bunch of shit that I didn't know.
Bunch of stuff.
So that's the main reason why I want to see this Biggie one, because they might have some good tea.
Oh, okay.
What you was about to say?
I was gonna let you know if it had a lot of tea or not.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, so it wasn't a lot of new tea? I mean, you can say it.
Oh, okay.
So that way I won't be excited.
No, not to me.
Oh, okay.
Not, especially not when you compare it to the whole Left Eye thing, where it was just like, because yeah, I didn't know a bunch of. To me, I didn't know a bunch of shit in that one. But the Biggie and Faith one, I mean, it was cool to watch, but
it's like, nigga, we done saw documentaries on Biggie movies, so it's like we kind of know a lot of the stuff. So I'm gonna still watch it though.
Yeah, that's how I felt. Like, that's why I didn't watch it like the day it came on. It just it recorded, and I was like, oh, I'll watch it. I don't have nothing else to do. That kind of thing. And I, my feeling was right, because when I watched it, I was just like, this was cute to hear it again, I guess. And it had, Faith was there, and then like people from Junior Mafia was speaking on it and stuff. But it'd have been spicy to have. Okay, never mind.
Okay, yeah, don't tell me. I already know what you was gonna say.
That's all I have. That's all I have for TV, unless you watch something else.
I did.
What you watch?
So I literally just watched it today, and it was good and sad. So MTV has the True
I'm not
Life
watching
Crime.
that. People already told me about that.
Yeah,
it was on the girl in the hotel.
Kanika Jenkins, the one who in Chicago, the death of the girl. And I'm sure y'all remember it was on social media heavy, like around 2017-ish. And it was about the girl who was at the hotel party, and then she was found dead in the freezer in the bottom of the hotel in this abandoned kitchen. And like, how people was analyzing all the videos, the live videos, the pictures and stuff like that. Definitely, I remember all of them joints. I was like, wait a minute, what she say? I'm trying to listen, like all of that. So like it was like social media heavy on this case or whatever. And they did I think it was like an hour on this episode about the little girl, and it was sad. Like, I mean, it was sad. It really is sad. I got my opinions on it. Me and B-Dub was watching. We actually watched it today. And
what's your opinion on it? Because I'm not gonna watch it because I was really invested in that story.
The next one, I don't want to watch the next one.
Is it about the junior guy?
Yeah,
and I'm not gonna watch that.
I can't watch them because they have like, they're actually like MTV investigate, so they have video, like even for the Kanika joint, it was video footage that wasn't released to the public. Like it was other stuff that you seen. You just like, damn, like that's crazy. Or it make you be like, well, it can't be this because look at this. But that junior joint, even just the clips from the junior one of that little boy, and then knowing like
what happened,
it was mistaken identity and what happened, it's just like, yo, like, even thinking about it, it's giving me chills. I didn't watch
like the videos even when they were on social media. Like, I know how like on Shade Room
when they was like, when he was fighting to get away from them.
I didn't even watch those. Like the Shade Room, you know how you could do the multiple pictures. So like the first picture will be the story, and then when you swipe it, it's the video. I would never swipe because it was just like, I don't like that kind of shit.
I don't like that kind of
stuff, and it's so recent.
It's so recent, and like those videos are clear. This ain't no grainy shit. Like they had good surveillance video, like from the security. So it's just like you see the fear in this little boy face. Like just the commercial, like from after the Kanika one, Kanika Jenkins. After it ended, they just did the preview of the next one. And like just the little clip, I was just like, it just gave me chills. I was just like, oh, I don't think I can watch that one because like that shit might make me cry. Like for real. I think maybe because like some of the video I had seen about Kanika. So I was just like, damn. Like, but it was sad. It was hella sad. But I don't know. That one was like, yo, this little boy fighting for his life right now. And it's like, the public, like he is out in the public
in front of the store.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just crazy. I don't think I can do it. I don't know. I'm sure B-Dub going get me to watch it. But yeah, I know it's gonna be rough to watch, but yeah, that's MTV True Life Crime. So if y'all can watch it, go ahead and check it out. It was good, but sad as well. I think that's all with TV. Yeah, I think that's all I got.
That's all I got.
Good, bad, and releasey.
Yeah. You want me to go?
Yeah, you can go.
So I have one bad and one annoyance, and then I'll get into the release good, whatever.
Okay.
So bad, my child is punished, and I don't know when she will be unpunished.
Oh, there's no sight. No end in sight.
I did not give her an end date because I need behavior to change. This is not like, oh, you fucked up on something, so I'm you know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
No, behavior has to change, and just behavior is just not changing, and I can't take it. I legit just cannot take it. Like, for instance, she's already punished, and I say, we're going to the library. Because my daughter doesn't like to really read, like, unless it's school related, and she has to do it. But like on her own time, she doesn't. And I've said I used to read books like in a day. So far this year, I've read 3 books.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm really trying to get back into it. So we go to the library. I'm like, okay, you pick a book for yourself and I'm going to pick a book for you. But I want a book report on the book that I choose because you're punished and get your life.
Right.
So she was like, well, when is the book report due? So me, being me, I was like, I'm not giving you a date because this was her chance to take the initiative to show me behavior has changed.
Right.
This girl in the house over the weekend, just in the bed, like I'm punished, so I'm gonna just sit in the bed. And I'm like, so
are you reading or what you doing?
So yesterday we talking. I'm like, well, where are you in the book? She's like, chapter 4. So a chapter 4 for me could be like page 85.
Right.
Girl, chapter 4 in this fucking book was page 18. I curved. I was like, I want the book report by Monday. She was like, so I got to finish the whole book this week because it's my dad's birthday and I'm going to my dad's house and he's having a party. I was like, well, your dad and I have already discussed this because her dad is the one. Her dad said she needed to have the book report done by Friday.
Oh, like before you even come to the goddamn party.
Exactly. I gave her until Monday. So what page is she on today? 160.
Look, she said, let me knock this shit out because sis is not playing.
Then she was thinking once she did the book report, she would be off punishment. I said, no. I said, so here's the thing. Had you taken the initiative to start the book before I came to you, you might have gotten an item back. You wouldn't have gotten your phone back. But I might have been like, okay, you can watch TV. But you didn't even do that. So there's still no end in sight.
Right, because you didn't take the initiative that I was hoping.
And I still want that book report on Monday. So just dealing with a preteen. Keep me in your prayers because this shit is real. It's like every week I have a new story.
You definitely do.
When it comes to this kid.
Y'all friend? She about to catch it.
Doing the most.
Damn, babe.
So an annoyance. As some of you may know, we use nicknames on here. My nickname I actually use in real life, while Dice does not. But my nickname is reserved for my friends, people that really know me. Growing up, my father only called me by my first name if I was in trouble. Most of the time, he would call me by my middle name, which is Lachey, which is how Shay became my name, whatever. So I went against my rules and I friended people at work on Facebook. So one day,
where's Facebook? That's bland. Facebook is bland for our social media.
But I still don't even.
I know you don't do that.
Yeah. So one day I'm walking, and this dude is like, "Hey, Shay."
Bitch, what?
I didn't even turn around because I thought he was talking to somebody else.
Like Shay. What the fuck?
So I turn around, and the person that's saying this to me is not my Facebook friend. So I'm really confused as to how, what, when, where, how this is even happening.
Y'all niggas talk about me and shit? Like,
so this man, I was like, my name is da-da-da-da-da. He's like, well, on Facebook, there's somebody who has a picture that looks like you, and her name is Shay. I was like, well, at work, my name tag says this here, and that's what I want to be referred to. So he goes, okay, we let it go. This was sometime in December. Well, last week, this motherfucker turns around and calls me Shay again. So I'm talking to one of my coworkers, and I was like, listen, that motherfucker has one more time to call me Shay, and he's gonna be introduced to Shay, because at work
I am not Shay.
I am not Shay. But so basically he saw me under people you may know, and was just like, oh, that's such and such from work. But then you on creep status, you're not even going to friend me on Facebook, but
you
you're
just
going to
seeing it and then call me by that name.
Like, I was like, the people that are actually my friend on Facebook that we work with don't even fucking call me Shay. So why the fuck would you think that you have the right to do that?
Right.
I blocked his ass. That way I won't show up in your fucking people you may know box. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Fucking weirdo.
Wow.
So that was
not Shay.
And nobody calls me Shay.
That's why I was like, what the fuck? Where did he see that shit at?
Like, nigga. Anywho, so that annoyance. The good, a bitch is reading again. I'm not on Prozac anymore. I've officially tapered off.
Oh, all right.
And I actually feel good this time, because the last time I kind of just quit cold turkey, and that was not the move. Also, my husband, by the time y'all hear this, I will be less than 4 days before I get to sit on some.
Yes. And we will probably not be recording next week, so y'all be the last, honey, because she has already warned us.
And the release is, I just want to release my bad habits, because Monday starts the beginning of an 8-week transformation challenge at my gym, and I'm trying to win $500. So I got to make sure that I'm eating right, working out, no alcohol, which I haven't been doing anyway. So I'm trying to win $500. So keep me in your prayers again. All right, that's it.
I know that's right. Get it. Let's see. Start with the bad. I think I'm addicted to caffeine. I like to die today at work because I did not make it to Starbucks this morning. So literally I was in meetings today with tears in my eyes. I went to the bathroom and they were bloodshot red. You would have thought that I was up in the club until 4 a.m. and strolled into the work at 7. That's what you would have thought. But I did not. I actually went to bed. I actually went to bed like around 9:30, 10, which is still later than I would prefer. But yeah, and I was struggling. It might have been the rain. It could have been the cold, because I was used to my 2 warm days. Like, I don't know, but my body was like, sis, if you don't lay the fuck down and stop playing with me. And I was like, no, sis, we got to go to work because boss is in town. Like, get your shit and let's get into gear. Like, what the fuck are you doing? So, no caffeine. This morning I actually had to go to, like, we have like a little mart in our building, mart, whatever. I drank 2 Red Bulls before lunch.
Good God.
And I was still tired. Like, literally, I am dragging right now because I'm like, when is the day going to be over? But it sucks because I have to go into the office again tomorrow because I have client meetings. So I'm just like, but I am fucking going to Starbucks. I don't give a fuck how late I am tomorrow. I'm fucking going to Starbucks and I'm getting my goddamn caffeine so I can be in a better mood and I can pay attention. The first hour of work sound like womp, 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 womp. Like, I couldn't focus on shit because I wanted to put my head down and take a fucking nap. So that's my bad. Good. Though I really think like this prayer and these crystals together, like the 1-2 combo is really fucking working for me. Like, I'm not 100% like, oh, everything's better. Like, I'm 100% happy. My life is like amazing. But like, I feel more positive, like good things are happening, and maybe the crystals and the prayer are making you focus more on the positive than the negative. I don't know what it is, but all I know is it's working and I'm here for the shit. Want to shout out to you, Shay, for reminding me about the goddamn full moon shit. Got some fucking moon water. Like, y'all, I'm becoming like low-key earthy. Bitches out here with glass mason jars of moon water, recharging crystals, and like, check me out and shit. So that's not good, because like I feel like whatever it is, the combo, God and the universe are like, all right, it's your time, Dice, and like, yeah, I got you covered. So happy. Release. I just want to release my daughter's bad attitude, and I don't know, this funk that she's having. I've been having definitely 2020 funk about, this year and what it means and what's going on. So I understand my funk. I don't understand my 7-year-old's funk. I really fucking don't understand. But sis, for the past 2 weeks, I honestly believe it's coming from that winter break, the holiday. Sis is not trying to do homework, and I'm hella fucking confused on when my good student is trying to shame wow me out of doing homework. Like, literally Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you have math and reading homework every fucking night. You have to turn it in Friday morning, so there's no homework Friday. I'm confused on why you come in the house and you do your reading homework, and I ask you, hey, you do your homework? You're like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, cool. Both of it? Oh, I forgot. I got math homework. Sis, you have been in this grade now since September. And every day you have the same 2 subjects of homework every night. So I'm hella confused on why you're fucking conveniently forgetting. This isn't the first time. It's multiple times where she's told me homework is done. When Thursday comes for me to check everything and sign off on it, hey, there's some missing shit. Oh, I forgot. Well, guess what, sis? We're about to be up hella fucking late after your fucking cheer practice, and you're going to get this goddamn homework done.
Oh, she's getting to that age.
So I have been on her ass because the first thing she wants to do is text her friends and get on FaceTime.
Yes.
Because what she's about to do, she's about to hate me for. But I already banned her from her games like Fortnite and Roblox during the week. She can only get on those shits Friday through Sunday. What's about to happen? I'm about to shut down FaceTime during the week, and that is going to crush her soul. So I need her to govern herself accordingly on her own, or she's going to really be pissed. I'm about to take TikTok away from during the week. Like, it's about to be some major shit if she don't stop playing with me. Like, you're 7. And you're a smart girl. It's no reason why you're bullshitting on homework at this age, because you have a long way to go until 12th grade. So I need you to get it together,
girl.
So I'm releasing that shit because I don't have time. She need to release it on her own before I release that shit for her.
Listen, I told Mara that I think that even after this punishment is over, that she's gonna have like a time when she can like get on her phone or watch TV, because when she's punished, not that her grades are bad when she's not punished, but when she's punished, her grades get real good.
Because they're able to focus.
Yeah.
Like, sis just want to go on TikTok and YouTube and FaceTime. And I'm just like, and then get mad. She was like, well, my friends aren't answering. Well, they might be doing their fucking homework. They might be fucking be responsible. Why don't you take some goddamn hints and not answer your goddamn FaceTime and do some damn homework?
Me because her friends weren't answering her. So she was like, fuck it, I'm going to just hit Miss Shay.
She'll answer.
And I definitely did, like a dummy.
Hey.
Yep. What you doing? Oh, you on TikTok?
Hey, look, the next time she texts you like, hey, did you finish your homework? Hey, sis gonna be mad. She's not gonna respond to you.
She's gonna be like, blocked.
All right, my mom must have been talking to your ass. You're the ops now.
Yeah.
Yo, Miss Shay was cool. I can't even fuck with her no more. But that's all I got. Shit.
That's all we got, niggas. This was the longest episode that we had in a long time.
Yeah, be happy because you're not gonna hear from us next week.
Don't say that. I didn't officially say that.
Miss Shay is gonna be bouncing on some Disney. So we'll keep you posted on what the fuck we got going on. I might try to fucking hit her up and she gonna be like, bye girl, bye. I'm like, oh, okay.
No, we could give them a little 45-minute episode, you know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be real quick. It's gonna basically be an update on how much sex she's been having, and she'll talk to us later.
We're gonna talk about you. And then be like, all right, be blessed.
The topic is I'm busy. And yeah. Be blessed. So yeah, thanks for tuning in.
10 months. 10 months.
I just want y'all to know. I hope you're ready, JT. It's about to be on.
He's ready.
I know he is. Look. I can't. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. As always.
Wait.
What?
I would like to release all these people that are saying that I'm going to end up pregnant in 2020 because there is a backup in both him and I. And when I say it's people at work that are betting on it, my baby daddy, like, What is going on?
First of all, do you understand how much sex y'all are gonna have? Do you understand that y'all niggas is not gonna care nothing about being careful? Like, be fucking blessed. And I just want to plan a baby shower. So y'all, thank you for tuning in. As always, we ask you guys to go ahead. You can't, because you're not in charge of this.
Fuck.
Tell a friend to go ahead and follow us at the Chatty Patties on Instagram and on Facebook. We got a link tree that got links to everywhere we're streaming, so it's super easy to listen to us. We even got embedded episodes in our website. So thanks for tuning in, and y'all pray for Shay's vag
and my womb, uterus, fallopian tubes, all that.
Yeah, we're gonna
rebuke that.
Pray that it's a home for the future child.
All right, bye y'all.
Bye.